All right, let's turn attention now to Edo State, in Edo Central, where a by-election, as we gave updates earlier, is holding there. We told you the governor has voted. That by-election is to fill the seat that the governor himself left vacant, and his deputy also left vacant in both the Senate and the House of Representatives. Let's now bring in reporter Valentine Osubo, who is live for us in Ira, Edo Central. Valentine, what more update can you bring us from Edo Central? Understand you are in Ira.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go
Hello,
ahead, Valentine. Bring us
can you
update
hear
from.
me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello,
Valentine, I was asking you to give
hello,
us
can you hear me?
updates. Just hold on. There is a
Yes.
delay. I was asking you to give us
Okay.
update from Ira.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. In this is Ward 5 in Eguari Primary School in Irwa, in Sound Central. One of the 5 wards of the where the local government by-election, while the by-elections are taking place. And here behind me are booths, are three voting booths units where we have a polling unit 4, unit 5, unit 3, and unit 5. And so far, one thing has been reoccurring. It's been peaceful. For persons came out. We monitored Udomi where the governor voted in unit 2. That's another far place. That's a very far distance from here. And then we also asked Uromi, that's eastern northeast, and we are the eastern southwest. What every voter has been talking about, that it has been peaceful. A lot of persons turned out, and it goes to and say that they said and it got it right this time when it comes to materials and bringing up voting materials, sensitive materials to the polling unit. But the only issue, I think, just like the governor raised while he was voting, was the glitches that happened with the beavers, where it takes time to accredit or capture with the voters, and they had even the voters had the same reservation because they said such things could delay the voting process because when you spend 2 time accrediting one person or capturing one voters, it would take turn in the rest of the other places, and before you know it, time for voting might become delay or better still elapse when to get it right. That's the only thing they are calling Annex to get it right when it comes to the beavers efficiency.
But apart from the governor's polling unit, did you also notice that glitch, at other polling units? You are now in polling unit 3, 4, and 5. Did you also notice that slowness, in quotes, of the beavers in those polling units?
Yes. That's what I just talked about. Where I am right now, here in Irua, it's far away from where the governor voted. That was unit 1, that's unit 2 in Udomi. Here is Irua, unit 5, 4, and 6 in Ward 5. Where the governor voted was far different, but the same issue of the beavers delay came up too. Even down to Eastern Northeast, where is the Uromi as well that we covered.
So give us update on the turnout. How are people responding in terms of, and just maybe the age group as well, who are also coming out to vote? We've seen campaigns by all parties who are involved in this election. How are the people responding in terms of their presence at the polling unit?
That even we are past 2, so they're about 3 o'clock, and people are still on the queue. Occasions, like I said, by the delay of capturing. So the enthusiasm is here. The youth came out, the women came out, even men. When we have been in the past, we have got to believe that we've got to believe that the youth and the women are all those that are very trying to participate in the election. But this time, I think the men came out as well, and it goes. I think it boils down to that the sensitization, the campaign, and everything that the both parties that put into this, and it shows that the persons came out. Some came very early because voting started almost at 8 o'clock with the voters coming, and even the governor, you can see that around 9, about voting, he had voted too, the governor himself.
And what about security and the conduct of security officials?
I think for now it's been very, very, very okay. It's been normal. If you look far to my right, to my left, you could find out that there are the civil defense officers, the Nigeria police force officers, and the NYSC corpers who are part of the election process and every of that. And what we notice that every now and then you could get the vehicle of the Nigeria Army going through patrolling every various part of the local government that we visited, Eastern Northeast, Eastern Central, and Eastern Southwest. Eastern Northeast, Eastern Central, and Eastern Southeast, which is Uromi, Ubiaja, Irwa, that we have visited. So it's really become, it has relatively become, and then turnout has been very, very okay as regards to what we see in the previous time when it comes to by-elections, where people might not be so keen in participating, but the turnout has been a bit encouraging.
First of all, let me ask you about the compliance to the restriction of movement, which is supposed to begin by 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. today. How are people complying to that restriction?
Yeah. I think the restriction was adhered to, because we could find that in every distance, about 2, 3, 4 meters away, you could find that the Nigeria Police Force is making roadblocks, and they are checking to ensure that it is only those who are on essential duties for the electoral process that are participating in it. And so far so good. That the restriction has been adhered to.
I want to be sure if it's me or if it's actually raining there. It looks like I'm seeing dots of rain on your shirt.
Yeah, it's about to rain. It's freezing already, and if you notice, you can see people still standing under the rain while others are trying to get the sheep from the rain. You could see those women seated there. They are all not moved. They are all ready to participate in the election. So that goes to tell you that what I stated earlier, that the attitude that they brought in is not the normal attitude we've seen before as regards to by-elections, where people could just say it's not really it's not really a big deal. But I think knowing fully well that this election is very important to the people of Edo Central, knowing fully well that before now the governor was the senatorial representative this senatorial district, and it emerged as the governor occasioned the by-election. And so I think that might have gone a long way to encourage the persons to come out, the voters to come out and vote as well.
I mean, it speaks to the resilience of Nigerians, but we understand that we're all resilient people. But we have to let you go, Valentine, because we don't want you drenched and cold as well. We'll get more update from you, perhaps when the weather is better. All right, that's our reporter, Valentine Osubo, giving us an update from Edo State. Particularly, he has been to Udomi and Irwa, monitor the exercises there. The governor has voted. He talks about how the beavers is a bit slow and keeping the line a bit longer. We will have to wait a bit longer to vote. And then he also mentioned the conduct of security personnel who, he said, have done so well. He said once in a while you see the vehicles or the vehicle of the Nigerian Army patrolling polling units and the area just to ensure that things are going well. He mentioned that there is compliance as well to the restriction on movement. We'll continue to bring you updates across the 12 states and 16 constituencies where these elections are holding. Thank you so much for watching That Standpoint this week. Remember, you can watch the repeat broadcast at 11 p.m. tonight and 5 a.m. on Sunday morning. I am Precious Amayo.